Hello friends, good afternoon. I'm Elizabeth Bielman and welcome back to Unearthing Shadows Light. Oh, okay. Anyone else going up and down with this moon? Full moon, and I believe Aquarius. I have gone through the ringer with feeling completely energized and going out and having fun. And then the energy comes in and it's like, okay, reel it in and slow it down. Like, I'm tired in my being. But there are a lot of moving parts going around. Also, I went from like being exhausted and falling asleep and sleeping to last night where I was wired for sound and I couldn't get more than 3 hours. So if you are feeling this pull, this tug, this energetic tug of war, definitely the last supermoon of the year that we're in at the moment, because remember, the energies are 3 days before and 3 days after. I keep getting the message. Before I hopped on here today, I'm sitting and asking, what messages can I be of service to relay? And I got, don't force it. Don't force it. Now is not the time to force or control things to happen. I found out during COVID, one of my biggest things for myself is that I'm a control freak. Didn't realize how much of a control freak I was until, I have certain expectations to meet for certain things, whether it be my children, my work, my husband, whatever. And when those certain expectations aren't met, it's like I go through my own like tizzy tantrum in my brain. And so over the past like 2 years, I've really been learning how to step out of the control, and again, just allowing things, not forcing it. Don't force it. Yes, they're telling me to stay on track, so don't force it. So yes, this is a main time for manifestation right now. It's huge. But you're not really in control. You are in control of your manifestations. But the key to doing that is to manifest it, to put it out there, and then let it go. Again, it is not up to you to figure out when it's coming in, how it's coming in. Just know it's coming. Sit in that energy of gratitude, not that energy of want. If you're in an energy of I want, I need, that's an energy of lack, because if you're sitting in that energy, you're saying to yourself, oh, I don't have this, I want this, I need this. But if you sit in the energy of gratitude and thank it, it's gonna come right to you. So it's not the time to force it. It's not the time to put it out there and try and make it happen right away. Things need to flow organically. And this is relationships too. It's persons, places, and things. So I feel like a lot of people out there, I mean, think about summer. You're free, you're in the sun, you're enjoying the weather, you're enjoying being outside with your kids, your family, on your own, in nature, having fun, and that's just it. We get so caught up in the mundane sometimes that we kind of forget to stop and smell the flowers, to stop and just take a moment. I know these past couple days, like this week, I kind of haven't really been on here that much, mainly because I believe I was getting a lot of downloads and they hadn't integrated fully yet. I think last night was an integration night, which is why I was up. But here they are. It's cultivating, it's knowing what you want and saying this, please universe, this or better, and then letting it go. Don't force things to happen. They will unfold organically. Allow. The other thing I would like to touch upon is being here now. It's really hard in where we're at on a global scale or even a galactic scale. to be here now. You know, we're always running from the next thing, or we're worried about what happened in the past, or worried about what's coming in the future, and we negate and neglect the present. And, oh, I need to stock up because the world's going, you know, to shit, and this needs to happen, and this needs to happen. And yes, you know, we are in a position as a human race in one of the biggest shifts of a lifetime. You are witnessing a global awakening, and you know, this is on a massive scale. So again, I remind you to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, live in the moment, be here now. Don't worry about so much yes, it's good to prepare, and it's good, like, I hope everyone, I know that I don't mean to sound like a doomsday prepper by any means, but you know, we don't know what's coming, and with all of this recession and everything going down, again, I don't really feed into the news so much, but with everything going down, make sure you have some water and some food just stocked up. I don't know timelines fully, and I don't want to instill fear in anybody. We're all gonna be okay. It's the light's already won. We're just playing catch up now. This is catch up time. So be kind to yourself. Be with people that love and respect you. Trying to control anything, it's just gonna spiral out of your hands and make it even more out of control. If you notice, you try it and put brakes on something or figure it out, and it doesn't work in the favor that you would want, you know, and that's kind of a bummer, but we can't control it all. Because that's ego. When you're coming in with martyrism and you're trying to really control a situation, and I do it. I'm no better than anybody else. I fuck up. I make mistakes. But I really do my best to, especially recently, be more conscious of why this happens. Asking the why instead of, oh, this always happens to me. Why? Why does this happen? Okay, so maybe I'm being triggered because of an old childhood wound, or I'm being triggered of an old relationship wound. I'm also realizing a lot of, like, love relationships or even friendships that anyone is in right now. You're setting up your dynamic, right? You're seeing your dynamic with your other person. And yet you have these plans to have it unfold the way that you would like it. And then it doesn't, and your expectations are not met, and they're gone out the window. So it's time to throw our expectations out the door. Don't force it. Be here now is what they just keep saying. Just be here now. Persons, places, things, relationships. You're going to start to see there's going to be a lot of similarities from past relationships that you've been in, things that have hurt you in the past that come up in these relationships you're in now, and it's your decision and your choice on how you're going to handle them. So are you going to fight or flight like you possibly did before, or are you going to start asking why and how to be able to break, you know, the cycle and the chain? There's lots of being conscious of what's happening. I'm seeing, they're showing me like a lot of abusive relationships, or where the other person didn't really realize that they were abusive. It's kind of like a narcissistic tendency. And they get glimmers and glimpses and hits that things that they didn't do the best job at expressing themselves, or they got angry, and the people that are more empathic, you know, went through the ringer and started to realize, well, I was fed up here, and this whole thing blew to a head. And maybe it blew to a head in smithereens because that's exactly what needed to happen. Forgive yourself for what's happened in the past and how maybe you've handled certain things. It's already done. You can't take it back. So moving forward, we just need to not force it. If you're angry and your anger is consuming you, check in on that. If you're really angry with somebody that something's happened in the past, how can you better check in with yourself with your anger? Ask your anger, where is this coming from? Because anger really is like your sadness and your fear. It's cloaked in sadness and fear. And how can you pull from that power? So, that being said, I have new cards. My birthday's Wednesday, and I'm going to be 36. And not for nothing, but I've loved my 30s thus far. Best years of my life. And I went shopping, and I got these called to me. This is The Secret Language of Animals. They're oracle cards, and they're from Chip Richards. They're absolutely stunning. And of course, the lion, you know, Leo season. Leo, I am. So, and then I got, which I won't be using these cards today, but Jim Henson's Labyrinth deck, because I love the Labyrinth so much. So I got new cards to play with, but these animal cards called to me in a very, very big way. So we're gonna see what the collective has, even though I was downloaded with stuff to talk about, which I did, is not forcing things. I know that this will unfold other messages. So let's see. It's the first time you're seeing I'm working with these cards. So, we're gonna okay. That's beautiful. I think they need to be shuffled a little bit more. Bear with me. Okay. Oh. Nope. These are so stuck together. I bless them. I cleanse their energy. And I just need them to... Okay. Collective reading. Collective reading. Collective reading. Okay. That's a card. Yep. Beautiful cards. Beautiful. All right, we're going to go with all the ones that just popped out. So there are 5. The first card that I got is Timberwolf, which is instinct, guidance, belonging, and order. Being able to go out as a lone wolf and come back leading the pack. Trusting your instincts and your guidance. Knowing above all what your gut's telling you, instead of allowing that ego voice to chime in and say, well, you're feeling this, but maybe not so much. You know, having everything in sequence. It says instinct and order, and yet we're talking about a species of animals that, you know, walk between worlds. The wolves are they're rugged, they care for their pack, they are strong, everyone belongs in their pack. And you know, I don't know if you know about wolves, but when they are traveling in their pack, you know, it's the sick ones that are in the middle, and the stronger ones that are taking up behind, because they want to make sure that every being in their pack is getting to the place safely. So I feel like that's kind of what humanity is dealing with right now. The people that are aware of what's going on, it's almost like something's being triggered within them, and it's being downloaded like we've been here before, so I'm gonna help with the pack. You know, y'all are gonna shimmy forward, and the older ones who have been here for many lifetimes, who have lived through this, are gonna hold up the other end. The second card is Dragonfly, which is magic, spontaneity, and immediacy, and change. So beautiful cards. Big changes coming. Big shifts if you could give up the control and just allow being spontaneous, allowing the magic to come in and happen, noticing the signs and the synchronicities. Dragonflies are everywhere right now, you know. They're beautiful signs of transformation, also signs of loved ones coming to visit, or the fae. Knowing that change isn't always a bad thing. And then I have the B, which is creativity, purpose, harvest, and devotion. So bees don't force it. You know, they work for their queen, they work for the hive, they are well established within their hive. Everyone has a job, has a purpose. Creatively making your own little cubbies to harvest your honey, to harvest your goals and your intentions. You know, and bees are unbelievably devoted to their hive and their queen. So serving for the greater good, and I'm gonna say the queen in this would be Gaia, Mother Earth, or yourself. Serve for yourself, but not in a selfish way. There's a difference between, you know, selflessness and selfishness, and it's doing it with all good intentions. And the last card, well, no, this is the fourth card, the last one I haven't even flipped over yet. It's Elephant. I love elephants. My mother loves elephants, so they've been talked about quite frequently over the past week. But this is honor, empathy, responsibility, and cooperation. So it's being empathic for persons, places, and things, and trying to understand that person's point of view, while still honoring your own boundaries and your responsibility, whether it be to somebody, to yourself, to something. Trying to figure out what is sucking you dry and pulling your energy and siphoning your energy to what brings you joy and magic and spontaneity. Also cooperation. They're herd animals. This is working together. You know, animals have they're unbelievably sentient. They are strong. They are, oh my goodness, their memories. They remember everything. So it's under lock and key here. Honoring yourself, others, taking responsibility for yourself in any regard. Number 5 is the Golden Orb Spider. Messenger, balance, awareness, and design. And very interesting, because last night we had a spider in the house, and I really didn't want to kill it. I'm really not for, you know, spiders creep me out, but they fascinate me as well. So, Golden Orb Spider, this is messenger, balance, awareness, design. So it's the intricacy of your creativity and your purpose. It's being hyper aware of what's around you and how you can pull these experiences, even if they're shitstorms, into creating what it is you want. Also bringing the message of your creativity and balancing out everything that's kind of whirlwinding around you. I'm being shown like tornado-esque almost, like you're getting swooped up into certain things and then dropped down. That's a lot of what this energy feels like, being swooped up and then dropped down, and a lot of people aren't understanding what to make of it, but we're in the beginning stages. We're moving forward. As long as you can keep your own balance within your regimented mind, taming that monkey mind, any excess energy that's going, putting it out there and not holding on to it and letting it kind of fester, but getting it out, whether it's writing or reading or drawing or singing. You're being asked to move now. We're not moving fast. We're not forcing it. We're allowing it. We're aware of the bigger design here of the bigger understanding. And now we're just kind of here with a balancing act. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be scary. Although it can be. You know, honor yourself and your emotions. Always allow your emotions to flow in. It's not living there is the big thing. Don't force it. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much. Thank you for your patience. I'll be posting a little bit more this week. School's coming up for the girls soon, so just trying to enjoy the last bit of summer that is present with them. And I'm going to work with these cards even more. So again, this is the first time I even opened them. I just blessed them. So I'm going to sleep with them under my pillow. If you get new cards, your best bet is to take them out, touch every single one of them, sage them. You see me knock on the cards. I knock on them to clean the energy off. To knock off any negative energy. And if you sleep with them under your pillow, you can actually program them to yourself because your energy is surrounding them. It's there in the unconscious and conscious mind. It's very, very aware. So again, thank you very, very much, guys, my beautiful friends. I hope you have a magical day, and I will talk to you guys soon.